Valeria Lukiavana. We have all heard about the most famous doll in the world and the biotype of a woman we have all dreamed of years ago. Well, this Ukrainian model is everything you'd expect when you think about a Barbie. She was called the human Barbie by many, due to her great resemblance to the doll. Despite looking like a completely plastic girl, she says she hasn't had any surgery on her face, and to maintain the slender and unique doll body, she has a special diet in addition to a daily routine at the gym. Jyoti Amj. This little Indian actress is known because she was featured in the American Horror Story Freak Show series. However, if we talk about why she is in our top, it's due to her tiny size of 2.06 feet, caused by a genetic disorder. She ended up obtaining the world record in 2011 as the smallest woman in the world, being 2.8 inches smaller than the previous one, a title she holds up until now. Jesus Fajardo. A Mexican man surprised the whole world by his excess of hair, and this was the reason why he was nicknamed by news channels as the werewolf. However, life was not easy for someone with these characteristics, according to Jesus himself. No one was friendly with him, and he even had to leave school because of bullying. He took refuge in drinking and working for different circuses. There are only 50 known cases in all of history. Despite this, Jesus is not ashamed anymore about his condition. He said, "I'm tired of feeling uncomfortable. I'm the same as everyone and I have the right to feel happy after leaving alcohol and forming a family." Staniford. The British cyclist Tom Staniford attracted the people's attention when he became known for his strange condition, which doesn't allow him to accumulate any body fat. His strange disease is called MDP syndrome, which ironically also causes Tom's body to act as an overweight person because of his high blood fat levels. For this reason, he has developed type B diabetes. Despite all these problems, Tom does not give up and still dreams of participating in the Paralympic Games to represent his nation. Nkosin. Starting this top, we find someone tall, and it's not a joke since he has been recognized as the tallest man in the world who still remains alive according to the Guinness World Records. He was born in Turkey like any other child with an average size. However, at the age of 10 years old, a tumor in the pituitary gland caused an abnormal growth, which would later be known as a disease called pituitary giant, and he reached 8.28 feet in height. And if you were wondering, yes, he was offered a career in basketball, although having a delicate physique made this sport impossible. Abby and Brittany Hensel. And in this place we find two people, and not necessarily because it's a tie, rather because they are inseparable. It is about two Siamese women in a single body, a condition that is due to a malformation in the belly that makes them have two spinal columns, two sets of lungs, and two hearts. However, this has not stopped them from leading a normal life, as both complement each other. They have even dictated classes as primary teachers, showing a great example of overcoming any challenge that life brings. Abdul Bahandar. This man became known as the Tree Man because of the multiple bark-shaped warts that sprout on different parts of his body. This disease, known as epidermoplasia verruciform, is extremely rare, and only 4 cases have been documented. Despite having performed multiple operations to remove the warts, these have reappeared again, evidencing how little is known of this disease. Gary Turner. If you've ever imagined being the Rubber Man, British Gary Turner is the closest thing to reality because he suffers from a genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos, a syndrome which allows him to stretch his skin. Despite the fact that his condition generates pain in certain joints, his smile never goes away, and he's even acquired the title of the man with the most elastic skin on the planet, managing to stretch the skin of his stomach up to 6.3 inches. His title was granted at the beginning of 2000, and to this date, there hasn't been anyone who surpasses him. Aaron Rakwar. If you've ever seen the X-Men, the group of mutants where their main enemy was a villain capable of attracting metals, well, this Indian man is the closest thing to this. He's known as the Magnet Man, and Raykar himself states that his body has strong special magnetic signals, mainly on his chest, allowing him to attract various metal objects like spoons. Even though he's not proud of his power, Eren states that he feels good when people come to see what he does. Deepak Jangra. This young man is the closest thing to a superhero. His story begins with an accident that involves a large electric discharge. However, this was only the beginning, as he eventually increased the number of volts that his body could stand up to 1,000 volts, which were nothing more than a caress to him. It should be noted that this amount of voltage would kill anyone. Currently, Deepak uses his talent to fix electric problems for the people in his town, because with great power comes great responsibility.